Alright, yeah.
Yes.
Alright, so yeah. Last time we left off, you guys delved deeper into this dungeon. Last time, in particular, you guys met up with a new person, Keira. You fought at some goblins. In fact, if you recall, you literally lit one up by like several different crossbows and magic and whatnot. Then after that, you fought the hobgoblins. The hobgoblins admitted to fighting the Hukriel band. The Hukriel boy was killed and eaten.
Boys.
One of the members of the group ran away, and then the two others were brought down into this very dungeon to be brought to the druid. You guys killed that hobgoblin. The goblins were then set free, and they retreated to the Underdark. You guys came down here as well, after a series of misadventures of you guys falling into pits and doing dumb shit, trying to clear the dungeon up top. You guys come down here. You got into some
mean
fights.
Greg, of course, right?
Naturally. So yeah, you guys came down here. You got into some very tough fights. You fought a bugbear. You fought some skeletons, and then you fought a fire snake. That was a pretty harrowing adventure. And after that, you guys are pretty beat up and depleted. So you guys decided to take a long rest. Before that happened, Meepo, it's me, said he needs to go back because he did his job. His job was to find the dragon and help you guys with the goblins. Obviously, the goblins are gone, and you guys know where the dragon is. So he went back, and you guys made him promise that you'll deal with the dragon later. So hey, Meepo left, and you guys decided to take a long rest down here. Alright, so that's where we kick things off. We're gonna do a roleplay warm in just a minute. So what happens is, during your first shift, I believe Keira is the first shift on duty for the night, if I recall.
Yeah.
I am.
I was second.
Yeah. So during
But she
Kira's
wouldn't know
watch,
because you chose for her.
because you abandoned us.
Yeah.
I
Unbelievable,
couldn't
wow.
help it.
All right, so I brought you guys to the map. All right, so during your long rest, or the beginning of your rest, Keira, you hear some footsteps from outside coming from the direction of the well.
Hello? Anybody down here?
No.
Well, that's not very convincing.
I'm sorry. I want to wake up the rest of the group.
What do you mean?
They are asleep, right?
Yeah, the rest of them are asleep unless you're trying to wake them up.
I want to wake them up. I'm trying to wake them up.
All right, everybody's awake.
What's going on?
Looking
Something
for some
talking.
adventurers. I've just been following
Yeah.
the bodies. Meepo sent me down here.
Oh. Somebody
Are
ask for something.
Oh,
Hello.
come in. The more the merrier.
Hello. My
How
name
do
is
we-
Gwendolyn. I was hired by the same person who hired you guys.
Oh yeah,
I
what's
was
her
just looking
name?
for an adventure. Shit, what was her name?
She's a liar.
Real.
Lady Ucriel, there you go.
I don't believe a word she's saying, guys.
Yeah. How do we know you're not the druid we're looking for?
Do I look like a druid to you?
Well, the whole point is that they can shift into loads of stuff, can't they? So
Describe what you look like to the group.
To me?
Also,
All right.
Greg, I'm pretty sure your mic's muted if you're talking.
Well, we can't hear you anyway.
Alright, so I'm about average height. I'm like 5'8", relatively thin-ish. I've got long red hair, pale skin, green eyes. I've got some tattoos on my shoulders just from my many days of traveling around the world, or the land. I'm a bard. My whole thing is I was raised in an orphanage until I ran away and I was picked up by a traveling troupe, and my teacher, Marcellier the Great, he taught me basically everything I know, and I'm always just traveling looking for a good story. So I figured this adventure would be one fun way to add to my songs that I can sing around.
What race are you? Sorry.
I'm a half elf. Sorry. Isn't it obvious by my pointed ears?
Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm still tired. Well.
Yeah, they told me to come down here, and I was just looking around for you guys, and I was just honestly following the dead bodies. Looks like you guys had some fun.
Yeah, we did all right. We were just taking a rest though, so if you don't mind waiting for the next 8 hours or so. Until we move out again.
No problem.
I go back to sleep.
So Gwendolyn, you see the gnome in the corner over here. He says, "Yes, my name is Urki. Hello."
Nice to meet you, Urki. And what are the rest of your names?
My name's Damien.
All right, nice to meet you.
I'm Keira.
I'm asleep.
Say, and the sleeping asshole in the corner?
Yes, that's Jack, of course.
I'm not in a corner.
We have another companion as well called Perrin, but he seems to be mute right now.
What? No, I'm not. Am
No,
I?
he was.
There he is.
That was him. He
was
was doing the
sleeping.
snoring.
Nice of you to wake up.
All right, nice to meet you, Perrin. My name is Gwendolyn. You can call me Gwen for short.
Pretty sure Perrin's sleeping, but
Okay. I'm gonna go back.
He's like half asleep.
Wake me up when it's my turn to take a watch.
wake me up. Wake me up inside.
I can't wake up.
Great song.
It's sung by a famous bard band, Evil Essence.
Evanescence.
Evil essence.
Evil Essence.
Oh.
But all right. So yeah, you guys meet up. You guys gonna continue with your long rest?
Yes, please.
All right.
So, no, what's another...
What?
Go ahead. Never mind.
All right. So Keira, it is your watch. Nothing exciting happens. Next is Jack.
All right.
Jack, I want you to roll me a perception.
I can do that.
I cast guidance on myself.
Of course. Oh,
And we
shit.
all die.
All right. From the distance, from
by the
the
way,
corridor.
You said we were going to start with some roleplay warm-up.
That was roleplay.
Was that it?
No,
Oh.
no. It'll come in a second.
I was going to say
All right,
that's not it.
So from the distance, you can actually definitely tell with your elven ears, from the distance of where you guys went to, the corridor with the mushrooms glowing, and then there was like more corridors leading off. You hear very faint footsteps, and you hear the sound of a door opening and closing. But it's very faint and far away.
What do your elven ears hear, Legolas? Is Gwendolyn awake, or is she asleep as well?
I assume she fell asleep.
Yeah.
All right.
She traveled a long distance to get here.
I give Damien a tap. Wake him up.
What do you hear?
I heard some faint noises in the distance. I don't know if you want to check it out or if we should just hang back and sit tight.
All right, you wake everyone up, and I'll sneak and have a little listen myself.
All right, sounds good.
Just so I add a game, interrupting long rest periodically will mean that you do not benefit from long rest.
Well, we don't
Just
have to
so-
like actually do any. We can just go back to sleep in like 5 minutes, can't we?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, if it's just a little bit, that's fine. But if you do interrupt it in the sense that you guys go off on another adventure, you will not benefit from the long rest.
Okay.
And I need it because I almost died.
Yeah, I'm pretty low myself. I'll hold on to. Okay, Damien, I won't wake him yet. Just see if you can see anything, and if not, we'll just go back to sleep.
Okay. Your call, boss.
I do have dark vision as well, so.
What was that? I think she talks in her sleep.
I'll just I guess I'll just listen to the door.
All right. Yeah. You tune your ears because you know what you're listening for, and you also hear very, very faintly, walking in the distance. But it doesn't sound like it's coming anywhere toward you. In fact, it sounds like it's walking.
Alright, well, it doesn't look like they're going to come this way, so we should... I don't think they know we're here.
Alright, go back to bed. I'll stay up and watch.
Yes.
Alright, for the remainder of your watch, nothing exciting happened.
Sweet.
Next up was... who?
Me, I think.
Alright.
Or Urky.
Urky will chime up and he'll say, yeah, I'll watch. And for his duration, nothing exciting happens. Then he wakes you up. Nothing exciting happens on your watch. And that is the long rest. Nothing exciting happens. And you guys have so many people that you guys can actually only have to take an hour-long shift and change, which is pretty nice. So you all benefit from the long rest. Everyone gets all their shit back. And then now we're going to do that roleplay warm-up. So, let me look at the Discord. I'm going to go...
Let me look.
Alright, I'm going to pick on the newbie. Gwendolyn.
Huh?
Huh?
No, nothing.
Yes.
You what? Alright, Gwendolyn, you've traveled a long way to get here. How are you feeling right now?
Well, since I've traveled quite a long ways, I'm quite tired, but since we just benefited from that long rest, I'm feeling very chipper right now, and I'm ready to explore.
Okay. How's it working with a complete band of new people that you're not familiar with?
Well, I always see meeting new people as a way to learn more stories and to write more songs, and so I find it very exciting to meet new people. I'm very willing and eager to get to know everybody so that I can write about our adventures.
Alright. And for that, you can mark yourself a little bit of inspiration.
Woo.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Alright, Jack, you've taken a beating in the previous day, but you definitely doled out a bunch of punishment as well. You definitely contributed to the group, whether it was combat or whether it was healing or leadership or any combination of all. How are you feeling right now?
I'm generally okay. Just a little tired of the dungeon. We've been in here for quite a long time at this point, especially the long rest, obviously, and still doesn't seem like we're any closer, really, to finding what we came here to look for.
Your god whispers into your ear, "You're closer than you think."
I take a swig of my my wine as he as he speaks to me. And but yeah, I mean, it started off okay. I think I was getting a little tired towards the end of the day. My shots are missing more than I would have liked, but it's going well enough.
Well, during that long rest, you definitely feel not only restored, but you also feel a little bit more empowered. So yeah, but for that, you can mark yourself a little bit of inspiration.
Sweet.
All right, Miss Keira, you've also traveled a very long way, and then just met up with all these strangers, and you've said probably like a whole 10 words to them in the whole couple of hours you've been with them. So how are you feeling right now?
Tired. I still don't trust anybody. I don't know anybody well enough yet, but I hope that things get better. I don't know.
You don't know?
Leave me alone.
I don't know.
Nobody
She's not much of a
knows.
talker anyways.
I do love getting shy people to open up.
Okay.
All right, but beyond that, yeah, you can. What you do know is that you get a little bit of inspiration. What's your name again? Perrin, you're back in your Warren days, ain't it? You definitely flexed your muscles and you definitely beat up some people. And yeah, you're down here, but you also got your ass handed to you as well. So how are you feeling right now?
Completely worn out. Not really enjoying going back to the warring days. I didn't think there'd be this much fighting when I signed up for the gig, but I am back into I am starting to settle back in my old ways, whether I like it or not, and I just got to keep swinging that battle axe.
All right. Yeah, and definitely during your long rest, you're meditating and you think back to your times on the battlefield, and you definitely remember a trick or two that you employed to keep yourself alive. So that obviously plays into your.
Yeah, I feel like the longer I keep up in battle, the more and more I'm going to learn some. I'm going to recall some of those old techniques that I learned.
Indeed. So yeah, for that you can mark yourself a little bit of inspiration.
Awesome.
And lastly, Damien, you're just an asshole traveling with a bunch of other assholes. So how you feel?
Well, thanks for that. I'm pretty happy that we've got a new bard to join the group, because now someone's going to be able to sing and write songs about my incredible talents and abilities. So
Exactly, it's what I do.
yeah, so finally gonna get the recognition I deserve. So yeah, I'm feeling tough right now.
And for that, you can mark yourself a little bit of inspiration. All right, Urki, how you feeling right now? Well, all right. Enough of that. All right, yeah, you guys benefit from the long rest, and you obviously don't see any daylight. You don't see any sun. The light has not changed at all. The only light you see comes from fluorescent fungus that grows either on the walls of the ground or the floor. But it's only been a day, so you definitely feel like your sleep schedule, it feels like it's morning. So yeah, you guys wake up and that's that. What are you doing?
All right, where to, everybody?
Well, I think they're looking for us, aren't they, already? We heard some noises in the night.
We did indeed.
Man, it's been so long I don't remember. That night was really long, and I don't remember anything about our layout.
How much did you guys
must
explore
take
down
a hit to it.
For the night is dark and full of terrors. Anyway, we've been in this direction here.
Have we gone south?
I think the doors are locked.
Yeah, we could try and open those.
So you heard the noises coming from the passageway that you guys been to before, up on the far right, and then up, and then to the right.
Okay,
That's
I heard.
I say we follow the noise.
In the nights, I heard the voices and the sounds coming from over here. So maybe we should check this out.
Okay, we should probably send the rogue in first.
Good idea.
He says while running up ahead.
It's dawn around there. Alright, I'm going in. Thank you.
Alright, if you're going to actively stealth, roll me that stealth.
I cast guidance on him.
You feel guided. You feel so guided that it doesn't even matter. But that's irrelevant. Damien, you turn. You get just around this corner, and you look to your left, and you distinctly remember that this door was closed last time you saw it, and then now it's open.
Okay, I'll move towards the door, I guess. Kind of like peek my head around.
Yeah. Go ahead. In the far distance, you see what you know because you fought it last time, a bugbear. The bugbear, however, last time you saw was armed with a morning star. This one is armed with a giant scythe, and you see it what appears to be gardening, and it's harvesting some fungus.
I do like a hand signal back to the group. And I do like a 5, a 3, and a 2, and then I shake my hand.
I'm like, what does that mean?
What the fuck is he doing? Are you having a seizure?
There's an enemy ahead.
Okay. Why don't you just say that?
It's a lot more. It's a lot better to use hand signals instead.
Do we want to try everyone take a shot at it or something, like at the same time?
Oh, he is gardening, so maybe
Yeah, in fact he has his back to you. He's harvesting a fungus growth.
I mean, last time there was a couple of skeletons just being being themselves, and you started killing them.
They were suspicious.
No, they weren't. This guy's more suspicious.
I feel like you walk past this guy and it's strange.
Why not talk to him?
You want to go talk to this guy?
Yeah.
Is it an ogre? Yeah.
Bugbear.
Oh yeah. So I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna be really tall enough to kind of
Be
get a knife
intimidating.
to its neck, am I?
He's standing about like 8 to 9 feet tall.
You can climb on his neck, like just
Alright,
jump on his
Perrin.
back.
My charging out.
Am I getting on?
No, well, I mean, either if we want to talk to him, then we can go talk to him. But if we're not, then we just fucking shoot him.
Could they understand us last time? I can't remember.
He spoke. The last one he fought spoke probably 3 or 4 words in common. They're mostly insults or threats, from what you
Right.
call
What
it.
language do they normally speak?
Roll me a history.
Bugbarian.
Yeah, no.
What is a
From what you
bugbear?
can gather, from what you remember, they obviously can speak common. Not only that, but these guys just told you they can. But you don't really know. They could have their own language. They could not. But
All right.
they definitely are not members of society. Bugbears are traditionally, usually, bad things.
Well, let's do the classic, the stand-up routine. Everyone aims their shit at him, and then Perrin, the most charismatic of the group, can go talk.
I do have high charisma.
He sure doesn't.
Do you have a ranged weapon?
I do.
Gwen?
No, I do not. I only have a dagger, a rapier, and spells, but I have like vicious mockery, but it doesn't do much. It's a cantrip.
All right. Good
That's a
luck
big
talking to
spell.
him.
Do you fancy speaking to a bugbear?
I can try. And if he tries to attack me, at least I have like a close range weapon.
Okay, so who's sneaking up to him? Because I can sneak, but I have disadvantage.
I'm gonna ready an action to shoot him if he attacks Gwen.
Yeah, I will as well. How far
Yeah.
away is he?
I don't know, 60 foot.
All right. So Gwen, are you trying to be stealthy at this or no?
No.
No. Okay.
Keira, do you ready your action as well?
My action's ready.
I got a Sacred Flame ready.
Yeah. So you look to your side and you also see Urki. He has a sacred flame balling up in his hand as well.
Hey, can I sneak?
Well, you can, but from what you can
I just
tell
wanna
by
get-
your friend to the side, she's not being sneaky. But you can try.
Right,
To
I just want to be able to get closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be like
Where's
a
my-
distraction. And...
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll stealth with disadvantage naturally.
So 11.
Okay. Yeah, you do that.
I just want to get close enough that I can actually get into melee combat pretty quick.
All right.
All right, so I'll shout out to the bugbear. I'll be like, "Hello, friend. How are you?"
At this point, the bugbear raises up and just turns to you with bewilderment, confusion, and then it suddenly turns to excitement as it roars out and says, "I will chop you in half!" Roll me initiative.
Definitely not friendly.
Oh well.
How do I roll initiative again?
You
Click
so
the
first
middle
off,
button.
click your character sheet or click your character. Then you go to your character sheet and then you click initiative. And also that nat 20 initiative though.
Yeah, that's my best roll of the day, so don't get used to it.
Oh, how do I need to add my charisma
Oh,
to my
God.
initiative.
Someone just left.
That was
Right.
me,
You
sorry.
do indeed. So what's your charisma?
The modifier's +2.
+2. Okay, I'll bump you up to 18 then. I'll figure that out with you later.
Yeah, I can just do it and type it in. It's easy, isn't it? Enough.
Yeah, there's no problem. All right. So that's everybody except for Urki. I mean,
Fucking Urki.
Urki's pretty damn fast too. All right. Descending, and this music just isn't gonna cut it. I need combat.
Combat music.
So did we all get our action of the crossbows?
Yeah. So basically, what happens is that the bugbear turns around and he yells this. Everybody, before he gets to act, everyone gets their whatever action that they had prepared. So I believe that was crossbows, sacred flames, and bows.
Ugh.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
sure.
Fucking Connie's back, boys!
Yeah.
I mean, Keira. / Amelia.
All right, Urki will also throw a flame. All right, so he's got to make 2 dex saves.
Oh, Damien as well. Sheet.
All right, so let's see. It's the 24 hit for Keira, so you can go ahead and roll that damage. Wow. All right,
Nice.
What the hell?
Yeah, take that
what
one.
are you clicking?
She's just warming
I
up.
don't know. I
those
don't
are-
know what happened.
No, you're not.
Yes,
You're not
I'm
clicking
sorry.
your heavy crossbow. Your heavy crossbow is a D12. You're clicking something else.
Oh yeah, because you can't get one.
Yeah, that's impossible. So yeah, you click on your heavy crossbow attack.
I did.
No, you
The
click
one on
something
the
else.
sheet or the one in the chat?
The one in the chat.
I am, and it's not doing it.
What?
The spell might be might have been reset.
Oh yeah, you changed it somehow. It's a D12, not a D10.
I
Alright.
did not change it.
Are you sure?
All right, I just did it for you. So yeah, go ahead and click it again.
Oh.
There you go. That's really
The
solid.
difference.
So that's 13-7. So he's at 20. He's got to make 2 dex saves. One. This is for the very first one from Jack. Save. And he's got to make another save.
Did he save it?
He did not save both of them, so he
Nice.
gets blasted by 2 crossbow bolts. No, he gets blasted by a crossbow bolt, a short bow, and then 2 flames. So
A whiny flame.
8. So he gets blasted for a whopping 18. Wow, weewa. All right, so he gets absolutely ignited. Bah, 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 bah. But he's still standing, and he just roars out in ferocious pain. Arrgh! And it's your turn, Jack.
I cast another your Sacred Flame.
You do indeed.
Let her free.
This time he's turned around fully, so he ducks out of it. Definitely no problem.
Well, that sucks. I'll move up a little bit. And that's me.
Also, Damien, you actually should have applied your sneak dice to that. So I will retroactively let you put sneak dice on it. Because I believe your sneak dice is 2 now?
Is it a level 3 just to go to 2?
Is it?
It might do, yeah. Let me just check.
Let me look.
I've got it open somewhere.
Is that like 2 1d4s?
D6.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
D6,
it's
holy
2.
shit.
So yeah, you can
Oh,
go ahead and roll me those 2d6.
I'll just click this one twice.
Yeah, just click it twice. Wow.
Oh my God, that's
Okay.
sick.
He got blown up. So much so, he is actually staggering, but he just manages to definitely duck out of the thing, no problem. So Jack, you doing anything else your turn?
No, that was me.
That was you. All right, Damien, your turn. This dude is staggering.
I'm gonna finish him off.
Finish him
Guaranteed.
off. Let's see it. Well, yeah. You should have let off with a sneak first, then you would have had advantage. But that's too damn bad. No, you draw your bow back. It actually hits him, but the thing is, it hits his armor and then it chinks off, no problem.
I bonus action and I try and hide behind Keira.
All right, roll me that stealth.
Oh, same as last
Invisible.
time.
Invisible. All right, Urki rears up and he is going to throw his little flame. So let me roll his secret flame. Wow.
Fucking hell.
Wow. But the bear is going to try and hop out the way. The bugbear does not hop out the way, so this thing gets blasted. Bop, 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 bop. An arrow pings off of it, but he's sighing and breathing too heavy, and he does not duck out of the way. He gets blasted by a fiery, silvery white bolt, and it blasts him square in the face, and he just topples over behind, dead.
Get fucked. Last one, Urki.
It wasn't me. It was Saren Ray.
Of course.
All right.
Nicely
And,
done, guys.
That was combat.
That was easy.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna reload my crossbow and pull out my sword and shield.
All right.
I gotta check out the corpse, see if he's got anything of value on him.
All right. You do so. On his body, you find, of course, the glaive that he was kind of using as a sickle kind of thing. And you find out actually when you grow up a little closer, it wasn't even a he; it was a she.
Aw.
No wonder she didn't like me.
But on her body, you do find a potion of healing.
Ooh.
Nice.
Right.
But then, other than that, on her body, that was it. She had the weapon. She had the now beat up armor, that's like kind of patchworky leather.
Potion
And
of healing, is it a regular one or?
yes, a regular one.
Oof.
Not a lesser. It was a normal potion.
Nice.
But other than that, yes, that is what you found.
Okay, guys, we got a door to the south and a door to the north.
I'll try the
Which
one to the
way?
north.
Does he have his like broom or something like that? Oh, she. Sorry.
She didn't have a broom, no. She just had a pack full of fungus because she looked like she was gardening.
Oh,
That's
right.
it.
Okay.
All right. So you try to open the door to the north, then.
Yep.
All right. You open the door.
Just willy-nilly,
Inside
not checking for
this
traps,
door-
nothing.
Who needs that? All right. Inside you find. It's empty.
Wow.
Great.
I mean, when you look inside, basically you can see that there's also some overgrown fungus growing on the walls, and you see parts of rubble that looks like part of the ceiling has collapsed. Because, as you know, that this place obviously used to belong on the surface, but then it has long since been destroyed. And you don't see anything that really stands out in this room, except for, of course, the door that you were standing right in front of right now.
I was gonna say, is this a door?
Yeah, it is indeed.
Can I try to open it?
You certainly can try, and you succeed. You open the door, and a little bit further down, your elven eyes, in fact, do see what appears to be the beginning trimmings of a rug.
No, great.
Oh no.
Said, hey guys, there's a passage this way and there's a rug.
All right, I'm out of here, guys. There's a rug over there. I'm done.
I don't trust the rug.
Done.
Let's go south.
No, let's go.
Urki's confused. He's like, why are you all afraid of a rug?
Previous life, Urki.
Previous life.
Interesting.
We could go. We could have gone the other
Can I
way.
cast detect magic on it?
You certainly can.
Alright. I cast detect
free way.
magic.
You cast detect magic. You. So you detect magic. When you're looking at the rug, nothing happens. But looking at the dragon carved statue, you see that the statue actually is giving off an aura of transmutation.
So it's actually something.
So I'll relay that to everybody. Be like, hey guys, this thing has transmutation magic coming from it.
Sweet.
The rug's fine, don't worry.
I like tap the rug with my feet just to make sure. Like, it's all
Yeah,
tapped.
seriously.
You tap it, it does not swallow you.
Okay.
All right. So moving a little bit closer, Gwendolyn, using your detect magic, you start to see the beginning crawl of words. However, these words are alien to you.
Okay.
They are definitely in a language you do not speak.
Can I do like a history check to see if I
You
know
can
what
do a
language
history
it
check to see if you know the language itself. Yes.
is? Ugh.
No, it wasn't that hard. Basically, you know it's Draconic, because with your bardic knowledge and stuff. So you know it's Draconic, but you don't know Draconic yourself.
Does anybody speak Draconic?
Nope.
I do not.
Urki looks at all of you and he says, "I guess that it's just me then."
What does it say, Urki?
Urki walks up and he doesn't detect magic, so he can't see the letters. But for brevity's sake, he obviously
I'll like write them down on a piece of paper or something.
yeah.
Does our ranger see any tracks on the ground? Like anything come through here recently?
What would I roll for that?
No, you just look and you can tell this place is traversed, definitely. People come through this exact passage. All right, so basically you write down what you're seeing, and then Urki looks at it and he translates out loud. Let the sorcerer's power illuminate my spirit. When he says this, a puff of spectral flame envelops him.
Uh-oh.
So all of a sudden, whoosh, he just catches on fire. But you being close to him and obviously looking at his reaction, it doesn't hurt him.
All right. But Urki, how do you feel?
Urki looks at it very strangely, like looking at his hand and then looking up and down his body. He's like, odd. These flames do not hurt me. Maybe I might have to meditate on what is going on.
What, right now?
No, it doesn't feel harmful. In fact, it feels good.
You high right now, Urki?
No,
You're into some crazy stuff, man.
I know what that feels like. I'm not high or drunk. This is, but you know, it's actually, it's odd. I feel better.
How so?
I don't know how I describe it, but I feel not necessarily enlightened, but I feel a little bit better.
Like a
At
better
this point,
person?
the spectral flames that are enveloping him, they glow, they turn small. And basically it only envelops his body just a little bit, to the point where his body is now just shining, like he's just a beaming light.
Do you think it's some kind of holy thing? Like you feel like a better person? Like you...
No, it has nothing to do with religion. It has something to do with my personal being, I guess.
Sounds like some druid magic to me.
No, this isn't druidic in nature. This feels old magic.
Roll a history checking, Urki.
I do not know, but I promise you this is of no hindrance. It should be fine.
Should be. First you promise us,
Okay.
and then you think, or you reckon it will be fine, but you're not sure.
I'm sure that it's not harmful. I'll give you that.
Okay.
Like I said, I would have to meditate on this to fully understand what is going on.
All right.
Clerics set themselves on fire all the time, so I'm sure it'll be fine.
Okay. Well, if you say so, Urki, I trust you.
Do I see anything else when I look at the dragon statue?
You do not. So with your still detecting magic going on, no, you do not.
Okay.
All right. I want to.
The dragon statue is beautiful, by the way. It is dragon carved granite blocks line the chamber walls and ceiling, though many are crumbled and broken, leaving stony debris on the floor. Huge marble statue of a rearing red dragon stands in the curve of the western wall. The eye sockets of the dragon are empty, but a red glow lingers there, providing reddish light throughout the chamber. The radiance casts an inky shadow behind the statue's wide wings. A 5-foot diameter circular tile of dark stone is set in the floor in front of the dragon statue. Runes are carved around the circular tile's inner edge, and right next to you, Jack, there is a door.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, I wanna perceive, listen, if I can hear anything.
All right, you do so. You don't hear anything.
All right, I attempt to open the door.
You attempt to. You open it. It opens up into what appears to be a library, leaning and fallen stone bookshelves fill this chamber, though a clear path connects wooden doors on opposite walls. Torn and burnt pages, bindings, and scrolls form discarded piles in the corners.
I want to
Give me use
investigate,
history.
see if I can see or find anything that would be of any use to me as a cleric.
Perception or
Urki.
investigation. Your choice.
I'll use investigation.
Choose.
I'll roll perception.
I'll perceive as well.
Yeah, you guys all are looking around.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can't roll
5.
anything.
Nah, as long as you guys aren't bumbling idiots, all rolling ones, then it'll be fine.
There's a 1 for me.
So, you guys and Urki at this point, he hops in on this too. Does Damien and Keira?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you guys start to scour this library. You obviously see a door right in front of you, Perrin. But you guys scouring all over this place, you find a spell scroll of Scorching Ray, a spell scroll of Melf's Acid Arrow, and you find a tome of dragon lore bound in dragon scale and written in Draconic.
Ooh, I want that.
I'd say let Urki read it.
Yep.
Yeah, you hand it over to Urki, who's still glowing at this point. Like, in fact, I marked that on his token that like he's emitting light. But but he glances it over, and he reads out the title and looks at the beginning chapters. It doesn't blow up in his face or anything, but he just reads it and he's like, oh, this is about the relationship between chromatic and non-chromatic dragons. It's very old.
I see.
You must be delicate with this. But
Right.
it could fetch a pretty good price.
I
Gwen,
just
you-
wanted to like learn the lore.
To each their own. He hands it back to you.
Right, what were the other scrolls you said?
There was a scroll of Scorching Ray and a spell scroll of Melf's Acid Arrow.
Alright. Keira.
Mhm.
Mouth's Acid Arrow. I'm sure it's this. I mean, it is a spell, but you being a ranger and it having the word arrow in it sounds like it might be useful to you.
Okay. I'll take it.
And if no one objects, I will take the Scorching Rain, was it?
Scorching Ray. R-A-Y.
Ah, right, okay. Yeah, I'll take that. That sounds like it'd be useful. What exactly does it do? Like, what is it? Can I read what the spell does?
Yeah, so you gloss over this scroll, and you can feel the magical power like brimming through this thing. You being a divine caster, you realize that you would never be able to learn this fully, because all your powers come from your deity themselves. But you definitely feel like if you read this thing aloud with the power behind it, you could direct the spell at something.
Okay.
So we're
So
scrolls
it'd be-
like a one-time use thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all of you guys know, because you're all adventurers, that spell scrolls, either one of two things that happen. You either burn this thing into a book, which is something only wizards and sorcerers really do, and sometimes warlocks. So you either burn this thing into your book, and then you have the spell forever, or if you're magically inclined but not a wizard or a sorcerer, you can just pull this thing out, read it, and then it burns the spell scroll right there, but it uses the spell.
Okay.
So, yeah, this thing it would blow up harmlessly in your hand when you cast it.
Alright, yeah, that sounds fine. What about the acid arrow? So Keira knows what she's got.
Basically, this thing, it shoots out a arrow, and basically there's two parts of it. Basically, there's a part that's physical that hits it, and then there's also a bit of splash damage.
Alright. Okay, well, we should probably move on then. If there's nothing else here.
Alright, let's go check out that door.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can hear anything on the other side
You hear nothing.
with my amazing passive wisdom, passive perception.
You're amazing. If you rolled a 50, you would still hear nothing. I'll tell you that.
Okay, great. I'm gonna let the rogue go in first.
Very well. I'm
Are you
gonna,
open the door?
yeah, I'm gonna stealth as well.
All right, roll my stealth.
Nice.
Yeah, freaking ninja. right, so in front of you, it looks like it leads to some steps that sharply descend.
Do we want to go down?
Well, let's wait for him to come back and tell us what's up.
Yeah, it's just steps that go down.
Okay then.
Let's get in there.
Alright, let me grab all your tokens, and then I'm gonna teleport. Oh, wee. So you guys head through this. Yeah, you guys head through, and you wind up here. Nothing really stands out. The ceiling was 8 foot tall, and it was about like 7 feet wide. But that's it.
All right, I'll go on ahead then.
All right.
Ah, just kidding.
A good one, old timer.
You're just looking at it. It's a long ass corridor. That's all you can tell.
Yep.
Do you have dark vision, by the way?
Who?
Damien.
No,
How are you seeing so well in the dark then?
I'm not.
Not seeing well. He's just going.
Oh, okay.
I can see pretty far down the hall.
Yeah, I've got dark vision too.
All right. Well, since you guys are so mighty keen, you guys do see a door to the right over here.
Yeah.
You want to keep
There's
going,
a-
or do you want to check out the right?
There's 2 doors, one further
Yeah,
down
and
as well.
as you can see later on, the hallway ends, and then there's also another.
Oh, okay.
Hey Rogue, what do you got here?
Let's open this door.
You go to open the door, and it is locked.
I've got a key.
What?
I try my key.
You try your key, doesn't work.
Dang it.
I could pick the lock.
You're actually trying to pick a lock. I thought you forgot about that.
I'll pick the lock.
Can we
Alright,
check
roll
for
me.
traps first?
Part of Thieves' Tools is like examining the shit. So, all right. So yeah, even with your fine-tuned thieving skillery, you try to open this door, and it is not working.
Damn it. We
Let's
could
check out this one over here.
kick it down.
Okay, here I come. I got my battle axe ready.
There's another door. You could maybe try first. Maybe this one is open, who knows?
But if it doesn't want to open, then there's clearly something good behind it.
Seriously.
Maybe this will lead around that way, or maybe we'll find a key or something.
I'm not gonna
Okay.
get beaten by a door.
Alright,
I've seen Critical Role way too many times to
I
try and mess
listen.
with doors.
I'll listen in this door.
All right, you listen, and you do hear the pitter-patter of what sounds to be several humanoids walking around in there.
Alright, guys, there's
Okay,
some,
let's back up and let the rogue take a peek.
there's some stuff in there. Alright,
If they're,
Rogue.
if they're
Yeah,
looking
I'm
at the
gonna
door
stealth.
though, and I open it, they're gonna be able to see no matter what, aren't they?
No, not if we stealth. And like you slowly creak it open and take a peek.
Alright, I'll try and do that.
Yeah, you do that. So yeah, roll me another stealth. Yeah, do that. Yeah, you do that. So yeah, you open the door, just barely creaking it, and then you definitely see one goblin, then 2 goblin. As you open the door just a little bit more, just 4 goblin milling around in here.
I quickly tell Gwen the goblins aren't our enemies.
Oh, okay.
I make
So
my
we
presence
just approach
known.
them and say hello?
I say, yeah, I make my presence known. I step into the doorway and I say, "Hello. How fare you all?"
An intruder! Kill him!
No, we're friends. We spoke to one sec. We spoke to Chief Durbeluk. No, Grenell, that one. And she told me, or she told us, in fact, that you guys were gonna leave this area.
At this point, the guy right here, I'll mark him. He's just like, left. What are you talking about?
They went to the Underdark. We defeated
The
What was
hobgoblins,
his
they're
name?
dead. Chief Durbeluk and his friends.
When did they leave?
Probably about,
About
9
10 hours ago?
Yeah, 9-10 hours
Oh
ago.
shit!
You're a bit late, maybe, but go on.
Ah, God We gotta catch him! Ah! And at this point, they all group up and they just run past you. They're like, ah, shit! How'd they leave us?
Before you go, do you have a key for that door up here?
They're bolting.
Oh, fuck.
Damn it.
They're out.
Alright, there's a door and there's some stuff down here. And there's a light down there as well.
Alright, as you enter this area...
This door on the top might go up to what that area you guys wanted to go into.
So you obviously see the door at the top, but looking down, you see what appears to be a collapsed like part of the fortress that is now intertwined with a cavern that has long since either been dug out or been here for quite some time. You see ruined walls and ceilings and things of that nature, all spread out farther and farther down, now intertwined with bunch of patches of growing trees and saplings and things of that nature.
Right, is this a
Quick question. Shouldn't there be light down here if things are growing?
It's like fungus, isn't it? So it's just like
Trees,
needs to be
like
done.
The trees and
glowing
saplings.
It's a magical world.
It is a
Okay.
magical world.
I check out the door here.
You check out the door. It also
try.
appears to be locked.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh, I've got a
I
key.
try
Let me
to
try.
lockpick again.
Yeah, try lockpicking this one, and I'll cast
With
guidance
guidance.
on you. Yeah. Damien.
Damien.
One
Timer.
memento.
Damien.
Damien.
This is the locked door, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Work with magic.
Ooh.
There we
Wow,
go.
what we were. Okay, so yeah, you learned from your last mistake of what you did to the other door, and you find the perfect rhythm of putting all the lockpick shit. So yeah, you open it.
Right,
You
I'll
just
just,
Can you perceive what's on the other side?
I'll just open the door.
open the
Or
door
not.
like
We already listened on the other one. This is the exact
you open the
same
door like a
place.
boss. A layer of soil covers the floor. Rough wooden shelves filled with scattering of tomes and scrolls line the north and east walls. A rough-hewn desk stands at the end of the chamber, and there's some fungus on the ceiling that's growing. And yeah, this place looks like it appears to be a study of sorts.
I assume my detect magic wore off by now.
Yes, actually, you probably have like a minute or two left on it. It doesn't
Okay.
take that long.
So is there anything in here?
Looking around, you see on one of the tables, you see a book that is glowing with magic.
Ooh,
Okay.
grimoire.
Anybody want to do an Arcana check on this book over here?
I don't have anything good. Let me check my Arcana.
You are the least Arcana. of the
Yeah,
group.
I've got -1. Sorry, I didn't know if it was
Yes.
Wisdom or
I'll
Intelligence.
do it.
I'm not very good either.
I've seen a trick or two in my time.
So like, what are you trying to ascertain?
Give him guidance.
What it does, I guess.
I cast guidance on Damien.
Or you can just crit.
Wow, you see through time. So you're looking at this book. It is labeled in Draconic, so you have no idea what it actually reads. But looking at it, you before touching it, you kind of like look at it, and just about before you're about to touch it, you realize there is a glyph on it, and then you think twice about touching it.
A glyph? What's a glyph?
It's a trap.
Glyph is a magical either seal or magical trap or magical anything. It's basically a magical little symbol that has a trigger, and then it has an effect.
Right.
Like it
So-
might burst into flame.
So it could, it could speak when it's touched. It could blow up when you get near it. If you say a certain word, something like that could happen. But you don't know the specific details.
Can we use Arcana to check out the sigil?
Or would it be a
No,
history check?
You wouldn't know. It's
I
dependent
wanna
on the caster
investigate
themselves.
the room for any clues that might help decipher what this glyph is. what its effect or what its trigger is.
Well, I'm assuming it's not blowing up when we're near it because we're right next
Well,
to it.
what's our friend's name? Urky. Can he check out the? See, you said it was like a draconic book. Can he see if he can glean
It's
anything
written
from
in
it?
Draconic, yes. Yeah, so at this point, Urky walks up to it, and it's he reads aloud without touching it. Obviously, he reads "Treasures of the Fire Lords." That's the name of the book.
Why don't you touch it?
At this point, he takes a step back and he's like, "Why don't you touch it?"
I'll give you 2 gold.
I double dog dare you.
True for dare.
I'm a man of the cloth, sir. Money will not buy me.
Let's see if if the sigil disappears after we take care of this druid.
Can I
Okay,
investigate
so
the room
come
already?
back and-
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
Can I roll perception as well, or just
Yeah, perception or investigation, your choice. All right, you do so. You're looking around and you see bullshit. You find another spell scroll, and this is a spell scroll of Entangle.
Entangle.
In addition to that, you also find a spell scroll of Protection from Poison.
Okay, I have a feeling there's gonna be some poison in this fight ahead. Playing video games ever taught me anything.
There's also a save spot in the corner. So,
Okay.
in addition
So
to
I
that, you
have
also
anti-toxin
find
too.
a tome of druidic theories on the cycle of life and death.
Ooh.
Sounds important.
This thing looks heavily read and used and thumbed through.
All right, we should go read that.
Yeah.
And in addition to that, you, because of your amazing perception, you find a bunch of cubby holes hidden around. You find 365 gold. And in addition to that, you find 4 agate gems worth 20 gold each.
Alright, I passed the
I feel like this
gems
is like a
to...
final loot room or something.
Yeah, I know, right? I passed the gems to Perrin.
Okay, what are they? Amethyst?
Agate.
What was the gold? How much was it?
Can you type it out in chat so I can...
365 gold.
365.
Can you type out the crap that we got?
I already added everything except for the agate things. Okay, so everyone
Okay.
gets 60.8 gold.
Are you gonna disperse it now, or are you gonna?
Well, yeah, that just doesn't matter.
Hold on to it for now. Let's not worry about it.
You hold on to it. I can't carry that shit.
Oh, okay.
Shit point.
Well, I meant, so is Urky getting the same share? He should.
Yeah,
right?
that was divided by 6, yeah.
Yeah, so let's give him 6. So 60 each.
Urky, he waves his hand at this. He says, "Yes, I will take the money, but it will not be for me. It will be for
Whoa.
my church and my services."
Of course. We
I bet
understand,
you
Urky.
your church 10 gold to touch the book.
Let's wait until after we take care of the druid.
10 gold to the
But-
church.
When you say this, his light, like coming from the fire that spanned on him, it grows a little bit, and he chuckles at this. He's like, "Oh, I do not wish to deal with that."
Okay, so you added the
It was
gold as
4,
well,
yes.
Perrin?
Yep.
You give Urky his gold now, though. Otherwise, we're gonna forget, like,
Right.
numbers, so he did take 60.
All right, I'm gonna read this druid book.
All right, you do so. It is a long, boring compendium on theories on the cycle of life and death. So basically, it's talking about how to keep certain plants and shrubs and things of that nature alive, how to restore things that have died back to life. And near the back of it, you find some mentioning of some weird ways, or weird plants and weird trees. The thing that really stands out is there's a theory of tying something that lives in undeath to a tree to preserve the tree. But it's completely not forth telling. There's not much info about it.
Well, I guess that answers your question about how trees were growing down here without light.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. If we have, can we maybe try and bag this weird book with the glyph on it? Put it in a
Try and
bag,
what it?
maybe. What do you think?
I don't know. I think we should just leave it for the moment. Maybe we can
Yeah.
come back later.
I'm gonna take the druid book with me.
I've already written it down
Sounds
here.
fair. You're a bard. You can use it.
I'll give it
There's
to
some
you.
spells you need.
I'll delete it from my inventory.
Alright, we'll come back for it then.
Can we check to see if there's any trap, like hidden doors?
Yeah, I mean, with that perception, I mean, you can roll me an investigation.
It sounds like there's not. So
You know
never
what?
know.
You
If
can
roll,
certainly try.
if you roll
I'll tell you
natural,
that.
if you roll a natural 20, you always get something extra.
No, you
Okay.
you feel around the walls and tap your foot in the soil every once in a while. You don't find anything.
okay.
I look at Perrin and I say, after all I just found, you don't trust my searching skills. You still want to look for yourself.
Well, I mean, I just saw you look around, and you found a lot of stuff. I didn't see you like checking holes
Perception
in the walls.
is looking around. Investigation is getting your hands dirty.
Right.
But I found like cubby holes and stuff you set down.
Yeah, because you actively
You
look.
saw it.
You wouldn't have
It's
seen.
neither here nor there. You've found almost everything you could ever want. There you go.
Okay. I'm content.
Onwards.
Press
With the
forward
show.
to victory.
There's no doors or anything here, right?
No, basically, from what you can gather, this place used to be some type of auditorium of sorts. But when the cataclysm happened and it fell, this room got sheared off, and it is now open to the open cavern that, like I said, has either been here for quite some time or it was man-made. You have no idea, but you see those L shapes? Those are parts of the walls and ceilings
Okay.
from ages past.
Do we see, can we have a look to see if there's any bigger footsteps and goblins on the floor?
Yeah,
Maybe.
you do so. You see. Actually, for no, this one I need a little some. I'd either need survival or.
Yeah, sure.
Cast guidance on Damien.
All right. Yeah.
Nice.
Stop
You
rolling so fucking high, Daniel. Holy shit.
Yeah, you look around and you definitely see the footprints of goblins. You do see the occasional footprint that belongs to what you can surmise is a bugbear because it's so damn big. But yeah, in addition to that, you also do see the footprints of a human.
Okay, great. We're on the right track.
Just so you guys know.
And in addition to that, you also see what appears to be on the ground a whole trailing of what appears to be a tiny little creature made of twigs that
Oh, for
dragged
fuck's
itself across the earth. You see a whole bunch of those.
Just FYI, the last 7 of Daniel's rolls, only 1 was below a 20.
Meanwhile, all of mine
Well, he has a
have
bunch
been
of
above a
pluses, though.
10.
Is that all?
See, this is why we need the board out to record this.
Yeah, and as you continue down into this,
Hey, did we find tracks of multiple humans or just the one? Because there should be 2 more people down here, right?
yes.
So there should be 3 in total. The druid, and
There's
2 of the
one
previous adventurers.
there's one path of humans that tracks that are quite frequent, and then there's one that is not, or 2 that are not. So as you continue down, you can see that there's a whole bunch of glowing fungus, and you can tell that this cavern opens up into a humongous cavern, absolutely ginormous.
Hey guys.
Why do I get the feeling that the druid's gonna sacrifice the 2 kids to save his tree or something?
Does that make sense?
Typical.
Those damn druids.
Someone can see which way should we go?
There's one way to the left, and it looks like just one way to the south.
So I'll say
Can you see
this:
those? Can you see those? cracks?
You're looking to the south. You can see a fungus that's growing on the roof of this place. You have a very weird reference of how high this place goes. Like the ceiling could be 30, 40, 50 feet, but it looks like it bounces all over the place. You see in particular a fungus growing, and then right underneath it you can see what beginning of what appears to be a tree to the south.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're getting close to where we're supposed to be. Also,
Where are the
left
tracks leading?
the left is a dead end, so
Oh, well, never mind then.
It is indeed.